this is my first ever YouTube video. I want to start a channel up and help people and inspire them to stay strong no matter what happens. I know it's easier said than done, I know that, but at the end of the day, no matter how bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Anyway, let me introduce myself. This will just be a short video for now. My name is Elizabeth and I am 17 years old from Essex in the UK. Basically, I live every day with multiple chronic illnesses and I try and stay as positive as I can, but I do have my days when I can be negative, and that's the same with everyone. I understand that. And I suffer from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3, which is hypermobility type, and basically it's a joint disorder and my joints can dislocate. I'm in constant pain. Yeah, so that's one illness that I have, and sorry, I'm a bit nervous only talking to a camera. I feel like I'm talking to myself. And I have POTS, which stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's basically where your blood pressure is low, but when you stand up it shoots right up, so which causes me to faint and I get really dizzy, and I have chest pain and a lot of other symptoms with that one. And I have chronic pain syndrome, so the pain, that's extra pain on top of my EDS as well. And I've got chronic fatigue syndrome, so no matter how tired I am or how much sleep I get, it doesn't matter if I get 2 hours sleep or 12 hours sleep, I'll still be exhausted. It's like when I wake up I still feel unrefreshed, and I never feel refreshed anymore. Like when I was younger I used to be able to go out on walks with my family and stuff like that, and bike rides when I was quite a bit younger, which was fun, and that's memories to hold on to because you never know what's around the corner basically. And I also have a functional neurological disorder, but I think I could have dystonia. I have muscle spasms all over my body, and basically it started from the bottom to the top. I started getting them in my legs and now I have them basically everywhere, in my neck, in my face, in my jaw, in my throat, everything. And I just get involuntary movements and my body twitches and jerks a lot, and it's a really hard thing to deal with because you never know when you're going to have a flare-up and you never know when you're going to have a spasm. Sometimes you have the warning because you get extra pain and you can feel it coming on, but sometimes it can just come on automatically without me knowing, so that's quite frustrating. So it's something that's always in the back of my mind. And recently I've been diagnosed with gastroparesis. It's where the stomach muscles are paralysed, so now I have a feeding tube, which you can see. It's an NJ tube, so it goes down through my nose, through my throat, through my stomach into the small bowel. And before I had the feeding tube, which I had placed in September, a couple of months ago now, which was very stressful for me. And before I had the feeding tube placed down, I was vomiting every day for 20 months, several times a day, and it was ruining my life. But obviously the feeding tube, it still like ruins my life, because I miss out on going out like for meals with friends and stuff like that. So I just have to say no, but I feel like I'm missing out on a lot, and I feel like my life is ruined, but I don't want to let it be like that. I don't want to let it control my life, because I still want to make the most of what I've got. So yeah, I was diagnosed with that recently, and it was a shock, because I knew there was something wrong, but not as bad as this, because I thought I might have had to go on a tube. But when the doctors told me, right, Elizabeth, I'm putting you on a tube, I was just like, oh. And it's just, you never realise, to be honest. And I can drink, I can tolerate drink, but I do feel sick, like quite really nauseous. Some days are worse than others, and some days are better than others, so you never know how you're going to feel when you wake up in the morning. So it's kind of hard to plan stuff with, like with friends and stuff, when you suffer from illnesses like these. And I use a wheelchair. I have been using a wheelchair for 3 years now, and people judge me and they call me rude names, and why should I be judged for something that I can't help? I mean, at the end of the day, I think I'm a nice person and I treat people how they like to be treated. Obviously, some people don't have enough patience with me, because sometimes it takes me a few days or whatever to get back to them with messages and stuff like that. And they have a go at me, and sometimes they say, well, I'm guessing this is goodbye. But then I come back online to social media to see that, and to think people want me to go, leave their lives. I mean, it's a horrible, I get a horrible sinking feeling, because it's just such a hard thing to deal with. You've felt really ill for the past few days, and you come back onto social media to see that, and it is heartbreaking, because a few people have said, oh, I'm guessing this is goodbye, it was nice knowing you. But I mean, I want to know them, if you can understand what I'm saying. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to you. And at the end of the day, it's not my fault if I can't get online all the time. It's not my fault if I can't respond all the time. I'm always thinking about my friends. If you're watching this, I love you all, and I love all my family. My mum is my carer, she's my absolute rock. My dad is amazing. I'd be lost without my brother, Edward. Peace. I love you. Madrid, and I don't have much family now because I have been treated badly, not just because I've got this illness, but just because my family is like that. But the few people that are classed as family that I have mean the absolute world to me, and I couldn't have done this without them. I said this be a short video, but I guess it's kind of got long. But if you've watched this far, thank you, and please subscribe to my channel. I will be doing videos. I try and do them often, like quite often. And I also suffer with depression and anxiety and OCD. And when I tell people I'm feeling down, they say, oh, don't feel down about it. But it is something to be down about, because at the end of the day it's life-changing, and I have to learn to accept that I know I'll never be okay again, but I've just got to try and live life to the full. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up a bit. I feel nervous even though I'm not with you in person, but it's the first time I've done a video like this, so basically this is my first vlog. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and to everyone out there that is suffering with an illness, a physical illness, a mental illness, just never give up. And if people judged you, then forget the haters, because my haters are my motivators. So thanks, haters, and yeah, I will look forward to speaking with you all sometime soon, and I thank you again for all the support, and know that even if life gets really hard, there is always something you can succeed at. I have, since getting ill, I'm homeschooled, so I've achieved a diploma in childcare, a diploma in beauty therapy, and I've just recently received a diploma in health and social care. I'm also studying psychology. I've just passed my 20th assignment in that, and I've got 3 more assignments left to do in that, and then I have a final, and then fingers crossed I'll pass. So yeah, so I wish you all well, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and never ever give up. Lots of love.